Well, here I start again. Second time. I'm not going to go 3 times. Cat jumped up at the screen window of this room and made the birds go crazy. So I had to stop and get that cat off of there. So now everything's going to go faster because I get tired of this. This is the Rubino hen and the rosy male that have a rosy baby in the nest box, and I put the band on the baby today. There's the nest box. Down here, this is the second one down of the 3-tier, is my oldest hand fed. He has the white band on, and I always call him Rosie. I'm not sure now if he has red eyes. That would be he's a fallow. I don't care. He's with a Rosie hen. They both were in the same cage together. It's the hen that I saw him actually mating in the cage across this room. So I set him up. It took him a while. I did not know if I got the right Rubino hen because there were 2. But they sat for quite a few weeks, and I thought, okay, they're not going to go to nest. And then she did. And when I would get a chance to look in the nest box, she was laying eggs and she was scattering them all over. Just like I had another hen do that this year. I haven't set that many up, but I don't remember if it was a Rubino, if it was a Rosie, that had done the same thing, was scattering the eggs around. And then after she laid her full clutch, she ended up sitting on them. I think that might have even been the female. I'm not sure, that I had to hand feed the baby at 3 days old. Anyways, the hen in here, it was yesterday or day before, I caught her out of the nest box, so I candled the egg. I looked in. I did not know what was in there. I candled the eggs. There were 7 eggs and 5 were fertile. She may have started sitting, which I believe she did, after the 5 were laid, and then she laid 2 more. I don't know what's going to happen, but she's staying in. She is staying in, so she's incubating those eggs. I hope they hatch and they feed them and they have some beautiful babies. We'll find out. Down here, because I have moved birds around day before yesterday, moved birds all around in here. They were sitting together in the same cage. This is the Rubino male, the only Rubino male I have, and my oldest Rosie female. And I'm hoping she produced a lot of babies. She produced a lot of Rubinos and I think Lutinos, along with, I don't know, could have been Rosies. No, I don't know. But I thought I would try setting them up because I want babies from him. So far, there really hasn't been any interest in the nest box, but that's normal because I just put it on yesterday. Though they're sitting and kind of next to each other, so I'll give them some time. If it doesn't work out, I'll just put another pair in there. Now, over here, I'll start with, they're all out. This is the pair that had the 5 babies, which I have banded. There's a baby in the front, Rubino. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So everybody's out. It's getting hard. There's one down on the bottom there. And oh, that's the little pink that likes to hide in the corner, but every day it's getting bigger. The parents still feed it. The parents still feed. See the second one back in the back there? That one still begs for food. That one's still being fed. 2 are still begging for food, even though they can eat on their own. they have not totally weaned yet, and I'll talk about that in a minute. Down here were the pair that had the 4 babies that, as you can see, have been removed, because before, this is the male, he had to be removed, and I had put him up in this cage because he was picking the babies. The cage is empty now, of course, he's out of it, because he wanted to go back to nest. So the babies have fledged and they're totally eating on their own. So they got removed from the cage. The hen is in the nest box. I don't know if they've been mating or anything, but they're back to being just a pair again in the cage. Now, over here, it's now just one in here. I had from, let's see, this pair down here that I just showed you. Their first clutch were the 2 rosies. Those went to their, no, one went to its new home along with the Rubino. If you, everybody can keep track of this. The Rubino, the last baby these 2 had was one baby, and it was a Rubino. So the Rubino and this one's sibling went to a new home. Okay, so now I'll explain why this one's sitting alone in this cage. So now over here, so far, okay, the birds, the hand-feds that were in here, the normals, the cream, and actually the other normal that had been sitting in this cage because it had been chasing its own siblings. This cage got emptied, so these are the first of the second clutch. The second clutches of birds, babies, moved into this cage. I had to, and let's see, will this go 2 times? No, I'm already at 2 times, I guess. This cage had to be empty because there's going to be a lot of babies coming. When those 5 are totally on their own, they're going to be put in this cage too. And then the top pair, the Rubino and the Rosie, when that one baby is on its own, it's going to be moved into this cage also. Now, what happened, I'll explain, though I'm hoping this one will be moved in here too, because it's from this year's hatchings. I put it in with these 4, which are weaned, and put 4 from the pair that have the 5 babies. I knew the pink baby was not weaned yet, but the other 4 had been eating in the dish, and I really had not seen them begging, and I saw them eating more food than, well, I know 3 are eating on their own. Anyways, I put the 4 in here, and then these 4, and this one male from the first clutch of the hatchings, and he started chasing the second clutch of babies around in this cage from the other pair. He was chasing, pulling feathers out. So I immediately moved him out, and he's sitting alone now. And then I watched the 8 babies in here, and I could see that they weren't ready. They weren't ready to come out. So I caught them all, and they're back in here again for now. Even though I know, like, this Rubino is eating on its own. Who else is a baby? All except, like I said, the little dark-headed one in the back is still begging for food, and that little pink back there in the corner is still begging for food. So they're fine the way they are. I don't have any problem with it. Down here, some birds were added in, old other birds from the other cages that I knew would get along, and they do all get along. There are now 2 rubinos in here. There was, I think, another rosy male that I was keeping at this time. Anyways, let's see, do you get to see them all? There they are. There is over here. Actually, one of these rubinos, and I even know which one it is. It's the second one in right there. See the second one in? She was twittering and wanted to be mated. Now, these birds are pretty much the same. Let's see. Oh, I added in, I took out, this is where I took out, so you know, those 2 were taken out of this cage, and added in was this pink hand fed. I don't know, I'm having trouble if this is coming out clear. They're the same except for the pink, and it's very weird. It doesn't bother anybody. But they've all been afraid of it. They're slowly getting used to it. It's as sweet could be. It hasn't tried to do anything to these other ones. They're just nutty. You can see it's just sitting there by itself. So now down here are the hand fed, and I tried to put that pink in here, but I forget who. I think my little 3-day-old hand fed was going after it. I think it was him. So that's why it got moved up there, because everybody has to get along. I cannot handle fighting and chasing. And then down here now are the ones that were in that big community cage. They're now down here because there's just 5. There's the cream, and then Rosie, normal, Rosie, and that normal. I believe it's that normal that was originally attacking these others, his siblings. But now that they're in a different cage and they all got discombobulated, let's just say everybody's got moved, and they're had to get used to a new cage, even though they're in the same room. He's not fighting with them now, which I'm glad. So I was able to at least empty 2 cages of a single bird. And I'm hoping that once I move all the other babies, once they're in that big community cage, then would come the this is a little bed. That one I would put back in, the one that was from the first clutch from the pair, that when it's the last one to go in and everybody's claimed their territory, like the cage, it will not. This is what I never had one do this before. This is the little one that I hand fed from 3 days old, and it like picks up my hand and fingers like a little dog, pulling and tearing and shaking it like a dog with a little toy, except it does hurt. He pinches. He, I don't know what it is, but I never had one do this. See, look at that. It's like he grabs on and then he shakes, just like a little dog. Look at that. Ow! And then see, he'll get a good grip and then it hurts. I don't know why he does it. I'm saying he, I don't know if it's a male or female. With the biting, I never had anyone ever, a hand-fed, do this. I don't know why it's doing it. But it's very cute, as you can see. It's like just as cute as could be. Ow, don't. There. You're a character. So this is it. This went long, and I don't like to go long. So this is the end of it for this time. If anybody's still watching, good for you. I don't know if I would have even kept watching, but I'm not going to attempt to try to make another one. I don't like doing this really, except that it has given me a good opportunity when I date these videos to keep track of my birds. I can just go back and see when they were hatched and how old they were and their color band. See, I used to write everything down, and then I used to put it on a computer, and then my computer crashed, though it could still be on a hard drive, the old information, or a flash drive, but I don't care anymore. But this makes it easy. I can just go back in the videos and see the birds and know who's who and the age, and I can show them to people too. When I say, oh yeah, that one is like from a year ago it hatched, so you know, it's such and such date, or and how many in the clutch and who the parents were. It's all here. Okay, that's it.